Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters, and thank you for joining us for our Christmas Advent calendar. So today's layout, I am using the Rosie Studio collection. Katie gave me 12 by 12 layouts to do, and she said that she likes to do all of her December layouts using Christmas supplies, because if she doesn't use Christmas supplies, then she'll forever have Christmas supplies in her inventory. But my problem is some of the photos she gave me, yes, they're from December, but they're not Christmas related. They're just normal life related. Like these pictures here are going to the Melbourne Zoo. And so it kind of hurt me a little bit. I just mentally couldn't get my head around making a Christmas layout with zoo photos. So what I decided to do was to go through the collection of bits and pieces of ephemera that are in that collection and sort of pull out the least Christmassy type ones. So not like the super like stereotypical Christmas things. So I didn't want like the Christmas trees and the presents and things like that. I went for more the animal based things. That chipboard is one from my stash, and I painted it with an Vicky Bouton's Iridescence, one of those paints. It comes up on the screen a little bit later on, so I don't forget to show it to you. So it was originally a raw chipboard, and then I painted it. And then I also dug into my stash and found these Pink Fresh frames. And I just thought the colours were a really good colour match with, not all of them, but with some of the bits and pieces in the collection. And that I would use those to fill up some of the gaps in amongst this grid layout. I love a grid layout. They're so quick and easy to make. And this one in particular was just a really nice way to get clusters out on the page and to kind of focus build each of my clusters with one or two pieces of ephemera, and try and use that chipboard frame as a base. So you can see in that cluster that I've made, I did use a sprig, and I did use a little wolf, I think it is, from the ephemera pack. And they don't look overly Christmassy. So that's sort of what I'm rolling with. Just watching myself try and figure out where I want that frame to go underneath the picture there. Then I'm going to block it up with some foam. I do like to stick all of my photos up with foam. I just think it helps sort of give dimension to the photos a little bit and help them pop off the page. And also gives you room to move with some of your ephemera pieces being stuck completely flat and others popped up a little bit again to just give that dimension and height to your layouts. Just adds a little bit more interest and a little bit more fun to the page. You may have seen a layout like this similar already. I did do one a little while back. But it's hard not to repeat a layout that just works so well and is so user-friendly and so easy to use. And it uses up a bit of ephemera if that's also something that you are trying to do with bashing down some of your stash. So throughout this month, I have got, I think, let me count in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I've got 5, maybe 6 different Christmas collections that I'm going to work with throughout the 12 layouts for Katie. So hopefully you see sort of 2 or 3 layouts in each of the 6 collections. Obviously that doesn't equal 12, but we'll just have to wait and see how we go. When I'm looking more closely at the photos, they might more relate to one collection than another. I also know Katie's given me a series of photos that are individual layouts of them in and of themselves, but they're from a similar setting. So I need to think about if I want those to all be scrapped with the same collection or scrapped each individual one with a different collection. I may need to ask her about that because I don't know how she would like that to look inside her album. I think this particular video is the longest I've created so far. I know it is day 1, but I have already made 6 of the layouts because obviously I need to have them all ready before December so that I can give her her advent calendar. And I think this one is particularly long. So if you are new to our advent calendar series, Katie and I create 12. We create 12 made objects, layouts, December dailies. It's kind of depends on the year. We've changed it up a few times. If you look back at past years, we've done like crafty gifts, we've done layouts, we've done December dailies, we've done cards, we've just done a big variety. And we also purchased 12 gifts, and that is our main Christmas present, our only Christmas present to each other. Again, in the past, we've just purchased anything we feel like. We've purchased scrapbooking supplies, we've made up kits, we've done a whole variety. This year, Katie requested not too much scrapbooking stuff because she's feeling a little bit inundated and overwhelmed with stash that she can't use. So I am gifting her some scrapbooking supplies. So please, if you're interested in that, stick around. But I'm also just gifting her other Christmas-related fun things as well. And I think she's doing the same. I'm not 100% sure. I will have to wait until I open my 12. And the way it works, if you have not come across our Advent Calendar series before, we generally open 2 videos, so like day 1 and day 2, and release that as opening videos on that second day. So day 1 and 2, I would release that opening video on day 2. And then you would get to see me open a purchase gift, and you would get to see me open a homemade gift. Then whatever that homemade gift is, it will have a process video, which is what you're watching right now. And that will also be released on the same day as that opening video, so if that makes sense. So on the first, Katie usually opens 1 present. But on the second, I will release a video of myself opening 2 presents. And on the third, Katie will release a video of herself opening 2 presents, the day of the second and the day of the third. So it sounds a little bit complicated, but it's not. Basically what it means is there is a video for you to watch every single day. It'll be an opening video, and it will be a layout or whatever our homemade is. I'm making 12 by 12s layouts. Katie is making December daily layouts. And that will continue on all the way up until the 24th of December. We don't do a 25th of December because we're with each other and we're enjoying our Christmas and giving each other, if we even have a gift, giving each other our gifts then. Most of the time I don't even have a present for Katie on the 25th of December because the Advent calendar is the present. Last year, her gift to me was my finished December daily album because she only had to make 12 layouts, but she actually made all 31 of them, which was pretty exciting. So I hope that makes sense. I'm not sure how many of you are new to the channel and didn't know that. How many of you just listened to me rave for 4 minutes of information about an Advent Calendar series that you well and truly already know about. I do apologize if that is the case. I will try not to explain it in so much detail on the rest of my videos. But yeah, hopefully you can tune in and see those be released every day. We would love to have you join us for those. I know, having done this for a few years now, that there's quite a few people out there that also do the same thing. They either swap with sort of pen pal type people, or they swap with family members, and they've started their own little Advent calendar series as well. Obviously not all of those people do them on the internet like we do, but they just enjoy that process of creating them for other people and for receiving and giving them. Also, hopefully you just caught all just then the Pink Fresh and the Vicky Bouton Iridescent that I used within this layout as well. So, I am almost done. I decided this needed a little bit of bling, so I grabbed these little gems, again from my stash. I have like a use it up basket that sits beside my desk, And these little gems and those the frames, the pink fresh frames, have been sitting in that use it up basket for quite a while. So that's one of the reasons why they got popped on, and same with the Melbourne Zoo actually. That's one of the reasons why these three things got put onto the layout. I just thought, what a great way and what a great excuse to use them. And because this is my first layout, I really wasn't in the groove of making a non-Christmas layout with Christmas supplies. You'll see as my days go on, hopefully, that I get into a bit more of a groove with it and I don't find it so difficult to use Christmas supplies on a layout. Personally, I don't like those huge gems that I've put around the name Melbourne Zoo, but I can't pull them off now because they are too stuck. So we're just going to roll with it and hopefully Katie doesn't find them too obnoxious. Here are the beautiful little close-ups. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you tune back in tomorrow because you will see the opening video and the process video that's coming up from Katie. It'll be Katie's process video tomorrow, and we can't wait for you to join us then. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you later.